What's up, everybody? So it's Spence. Hi. I hope this is all coming through okay. I have my chat up. So if you can, please tell me whether or not you can hear it or not. Let's see here. What else? So we're going to continue with our birds, and we're only doing a short panel today. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. One second. I need to fix which thing we're looking at. There we go. Okay, so as promised, this is our finished product from yesterday, our little mallard named Maynard, and he's adorable. I loves him so much. So yeah, he's great and fantastic, and he's actually right here. Ain't he cute? I'm so pleased with him. But today we are going to actually be working on, nope, not that one. There we go. I'm gonna be working on this cutie right here. So this is a little different than the one that we did yesterday because it's a parrot instead of a parakeet. And now it calls for a 2.5 millimeter hook. And I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with a 4 because the 4 is easier to work with. So yeah, there's that. We're only going to go for an hour today because I not that I don't have to be on Petty for a Tail, but I like to be present for my peoples. So we're gonna end at 8 o'clock so that we can switch over to Penny for a Tail. All right, so instead of doing the blue or the green, we're gonna actually use the gossamer yarn again because it's pretty. And when I think of parrots, I think of lots of lovely colors. So 6 single crochet in a ring, so I'm assuming it's gonna go, I'm gonna chain 2 and then do it in this first bit here. We could do a magic ring, but I don't feel like it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and just making sure 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and so then we're going to increase. So this is again doing that thing where we go round and round in a circle. So I've got my little stitch marker here. So let's make our first stitch, and we're going to make sure we're doing it in the right one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're putting it in here. And if the music is too loud, let me know. If you don't let me know, I can't fix it. Okay, anyway. Alright, so that was our first stitch. Let me put my stitch marker in there. Okay, so that was 1, 2. So that's what they mean by an increase. And then 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, around. 1, 2. Okay, now we're at that first stitch. We are on row 3. Let me get out my handy dandy. I didn't put, when I don't put things away, I get very frustrated with myself. Okay, so we are on row 3. Okay, so we're going to do increase in single crochet. So remember how yesterday it was saying the single crochet and then the increase? This is asking us to do the increase first, which is what I'm used to. So 1, 2, we're going to move the stitch marker. To that first stitch there. I am rushing a little bit because I want to try to get this one done as soon as possible, because I don't want to leave like the stream half done, you know what I mean? So we're using the same gray as yesterday, mostly because I want to see the difference between this one and the other one. Now, I had the good fortune to have another crocheter follow me yesterday when they saw my little duck. And they, I went and looked at their page, and they have a lot of little stuffed creatures on their page, which is adorable. And I just also lost my place, so hang on. So that was a single. This is why I didn't want to do a smaller hook, because then I wouldn't be able to see what was going on. Okay, 1, 2. All right. Let's see here. Oh, right, I need to put up my links. Let me do that real quick. There we go. Yeah, I want to see the difference between the two things, the two different designs. Okay, that was a double. This is why I shouldn't talk while I'm doing the parts of the pattern where I actually have to count and pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay, now we are on row 4. Row 4 is, oh, we're not doing any more increases. Okay. Great, so I can talk a little bit now, because we're just going to do single crochet all the way around. And if I could get my fingers to work, that'd be nice. There is a lot of content creation going around right now. And, oh, hey, Sailor Taco Cat. I'm so excited to watch your game tomorrow. Or wait, Monday. Anyway, there's so much content creation happening right now. And that makes me super happy. But at the same time, I'm like, I want to watch it, but I also want to make stuff, but I don't want to watch it. So literally, once I'm done with doing these things, I'm going to be making my own stuff. Today I finished up a shawl, which I've been meaning to finish making for a while. Ever since I finished making making one for one of my partners. And, uh, you know, I always wanted one. And I do have a lot of colorful stuff, but I kind of wanted one that would go with everything that I wear. So I used a black, white, and cream self-striping yarn. And that turned out beautifully. So I can't wait to show you all what that's gonna look like. Okay, so now we are on row 5. This one might be super fast, which is good since we only have an hour. Well, less than now. And I'm not stressing too much because I have time, but it's just like it's the weekend. Everybody's posting stuff and I want to post stuff too, but I also want to be there for them. So, alright, so again, just single crochets all the way around and try not to poke myself with my stitch marker because it is actually quite sharp. I think one of the things I might do next week is do a face mask. Not like a doctor's face mask because yarn holds on to so many things. It would not be hygienic. But like if you have to clean the cat litter and you don't want to get the clay in your nose, this is the whole reason that I'm going to make one for myself, is so that when I clean the cat litter box, I don't get clay in my nose and my mouth. So I think I'm going to do that, and I think I'm going to do an eye mask, because I need a new eye mask, because I am a night owl, if you did not know. That means I am up until like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I don't wake up until around 11 in the late morning, if I'm lucky. Most times I am up by 9, but we'll see how this works. I hope you all are having a lovely day. If it was sunny where you are, I hope you got outside for a little bit. I know I did. I know my cat did. It was great. I know a lot of my friends did, and that makes me really happy. All right, so we are on row 6. Oh, so row 6 has an increase. Okay. So we're doing an increase and then 5 single crochet. All right. So first stitch, replace the marker. And then the increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, with a pocket to hold the smelliest, like the potpourri. Oh, smellies. You could do that. You could do that. Like maybe have a little, do like the Victorian ladies did back in the day, where they had a ring or a locket that had a piece of cotton in it or felt, and then they would put their perfume on it. But I would put like, I don't know, lemongrass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That might be cool. I'm mostly just trying to get the clay smell out of my nose and the clay taste out of my mouth, because when I smell something bad, I technically breathe out of my mouth. But, you know, it is what it is. What would you all like to see me do? I'm interested. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and there's that increase. Okay, cool. So we are on track and on to row 7, which is another row of single crochet. A squid hat. Ooh, that would be a multi multi-episode stream, because I feel like that would take at least 6 hours. I'm not saying that I won't do it, because that's actually something that I do want to learn. Because at some point I want to make an Ursula costume, an Ursula cosplay. So I will put that on the list. Oh, cool thing that happened today. Got a call from one of my witchy friends saying, hey, I have a client who would like a tarot reading. I'm not great at tarot. Can you do it? And I said, well, sure. And realized that that is a service that I can do. I won't stream it, obviously, because having a tarot reading is a very personal experience. But, you know, if it helps people, it helps people. I have philosophies about tarot that are very deep-seated, and basically tarot is a message of intuition, and it's not always the intuition of the reader, but the intuition of the receiver. I love doing tarot. I think it's a great tool for tapping into things that you know deep in yourself and you just don't want to admit. Okay. So we'll see how it goes. I am offering that service now, and it's like a donate, you know, I'll do the reading, you pay me however much you feel like you can. So that's a thing. Alright, so we're doing an increase. 1, 2, and then 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Guys, let me know if the music is too loud or too quiet, and I can make an adjustment. If you don't hear music, let me know, because you should be. Alrighty. Make sure I'm in frame. Oops. Oh, great. Thank you. I am on row 8. I was supposed to be doing an increase and was not thinking. Oops. Great thing about the crochet, though, I can just slide it all out. Great. Perfect. Thank you so much for telling me. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come on, and 6. So apparently some of my friends referenced me on their stream earlier today and made a joke about Spencer for Hire. I found that hilarious, and apparently it, oh, okay, we're switching the body color now. Okay. I found that hilarious that people are referencing me when I'm not there. Yeah, that's just a big compliment, in my opinion. Alright, so again, we're switching colors. So I made a slip stitch on here, so I'm going to stick my hook into that next stitch and then instead of yarning over with the gray, I'm gonna pull this multicolor through and then pull through both of those, secure the gray, and chop it off. Chop, chop, chop. All right, and that is our first stitch, so we will mark it. We are on row 9, and 9 through 14 we are single crocheting. All right, off we go. I could and I should, but the problem is that I moved this camera. I need a second camera because on the gaming streams that I do, the camera is on my face, so I have to put it back. And yeah, I really should though. Like that is a very that's a very smart call. My plan is to get another webcam so that I can not have to move this one, and then to also get a proper mat for my desk, because right now I'm just using a shawl to cover up the stains on my desk. And then I'll be able to tape out things on that mat, or just like have a mat with a design and know where I'm supposed to have my hands over the design. So the other reason I think I mentioned this before, but I wanted to use this yarn instead of my green yarn because I feel like parrots are very colorful and they have a lot more dimension than just a single color. So I think I would be happier with a parrot that has this gossamer coloring. If you are a yarnophile like me, and you want to know what yarn this is Red Heart Unforgettable brand, or Unforgettable line, and the color is called Gossamer, and it is lovely. It's very soft too. Okay, let's see. So how's everybody doing today? What did you do today? Did you get outside? Did you tackle a project? Did you focus on resting? All these things are super important. Whatever you prioritize today, I hope it made you feel good. I did not get out into the garden today like I wanted to. I had a massive headache when I woke up, so I've been slowly but surely treating it with hydrating, shower, and nutrient-rich food. One of the things that I have on hand for in an emergency, whether my immune deficiency is acting up, or I'm having stomach issues, I have some baby food on file, on hand, and I get those little squeeze packs, like you've seen the applesauce squeeze packs. It's like that, but it's all pureed vegetables and fruits. And There's no added sugar or anything. It's just those fruits pureed. That's it. And you get whatever natural sugars come from those. I really enjoy them. I think they are, I think they're tasty. And I always feel like I have a bit more energy when uh, when I have the right amount of fruits and vegetables in my diet to balance out the gummy bears or the soda or the Pop Tarts or whatever. I think tonight's going to be a miso soup night though. Because soup is good. And sometimes the reason for the headache is that your sinuses are a little congested. So, but I've taken all my meds and whatnot, so we'll just go from there. I can't get over this yarn though. Like, no, it doesn't matter how often I work with it, it's just too pretty. And again, since I don't have stuffing, I'm going to be using my spare yarn that I don't use when I get to stuffing it. Or rather, my spare yarn that I have a lot of. I feel like Maynard should sit right here just watching the creation of his new sibling. Cause he's cute. Oh, I'll have to find my orange. Because this design has feet. So, if I have any pagan friends watching and you're watching live, don't forget that tonight we are doing a hopefully mass vigil for healing at 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. I think that's really important. Meditation, prayer, all those kinds of things are thoughts have a wavelength to them, and okay, sorry, I forgot what row I was on and wasn't sure if I had adjusted my thing or not. They have a wavelength to them and they can affect the world around us. So I feel like having some dedicated time to just send healing, rejuvenating energy out into the world, it can't hurt. And maybe it'll help you put your own mind at peace. I've got a timer set on my phone for this, so or not a timer, but an alarm, so that I don't forget. Okay. And if you're watching the stream right now, I don't care if it's on YouTube or Twitch, but take some water. Take a drink of water. Because water is good for you. That was seltzer, not soda. All right. 14. So this is our last row before we start decreasing. You know what I should order? Going back to what JP was saying about using tape, I should get like some really pretty washi tape. I think I have some somewhere, because I have a chalkboard that I keep all of my deadlines on for audio work. And I used some beautiful washi tape that I got at a yard sale or something. And I think I should have some more. I just don't know where. I could use that for now, just to keep my hands in frame. Okay, so now we are on row 15. So we're going to start decreasing. First, let's remove this and do our first decrease. So 1, 2, and pull through. And replace the marker and put my stitch counter back where it's supposed to be. And then 6 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, I just said 10. 9, 8, 7. So that should be 6. So there's the decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay. This is why I need to pay attention. Okay, so there's my decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a decrease. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. Row 16. We are okay, so it says we're decreasing 6 times and doing 6 single crochets. All right, I'm gonna do it as the pattern says. So I don't know what this is gonna look like though. So there's 1 decrease, 2 decrease, 3 decrease, 4 decrease, 5 decrease, 6 decrease, and then 6 single crochet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I did something wrong here. Oh, well, that doesn't make sense. Yes, it does. Okay, so I did this wrong. All right, so I did that last row wrong. This is why I really need to read. All right, so we're going back to 15 and starting over. Okay. So, decrease, single crochet, and we do that 6 times. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3,
Spence, would you like some lock keys?
Hang on just a second, guys. I'm doing my stream right now. I can't get up.
Okay, we'll save some for you.
Okay, thank you. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Five. So apparently I get Luckies today for dinner instead of miso soup. That's kind of awesome. All right, so that's 6. So I did the decrease single crochet 6 times. Now I do 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now we're on row 16 again. So decrease. So that's 1 decrease. And so if you are following along, we're right here. So it says decrease 6 times. So that's 1, 2. Why am I doing that? 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, so now we're supposed to fill the parrot. So I'm going to take my stitch marker, put it in here. That way that won't move. And where did I put my... Alright, so here's some junk yarn. We're just going to stuff in there and not get that yarn stuck. Let me not hit my camera. That would be great. So yeah, this is just junk yarn that it's kind of scratchy, so it's not really good for it's not really good for apparel. It's not really good for face scrubbies or anything like that. It's mostly good for like shopping bags and things like that. And I have a ton of it. And the reason that we're not wrapping it up like we did yesterday is I think that's part of the reason that Maynard turned out very Kinder Egg shaped. And again, this is all experimentation. This is yeah, this is basically trial and error. What works, what doesn't work. How does it work? Why does it work? And also this way I don't have to spend $20 for a bag of stuffing. I can still continue using my stash. If you're wondering, I do have other projects that I work on when I'm not streaming. I have, you know, I just finished that shawl I was telling you about. If we have time, I'll show you at the end of the stream what that looks like. And then I've got my friend's velvet blanket that I'm working on. I'm actually going to go see her on Monday and work on it at her house for a while. Hang out with her and her dog on the patio outside of her house. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I think. Is that good? think we'll do one more length and call that good. All right, so there we go, nice and stuffed. Now we can continue to 17. And so with 17 we are doing a decrease and then 2 single crochets. So we'll decrease 1, 2, all the way through, replace my stitch marker, working in cramped quarters here. That's okay though. All right, so the decrease and then 2 single crochets. So 1, 2, and then another decrease. This may be the one downfall to using yarn, is that when I'm doing the decreases, I don't want to pick up the yarn with my hook. All right, let's try that again. Okay. Come on. Okay. So now we're on 18. Okay, now I'm a little confused. So it's saying to single crochet 9. Oh, and that's going to end up being the tail. Oh, cool. All right. It's going to be tight, but we'll do it. Move this. One, 2. I now understand why the pattern is the way it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Oh, I've only got 8 around. Well, that's not going to bother it too much, I don't think. As long as I'm doing the single crochets. 1 second, so already scheduled. All right, so I just changed that, so there. Let's see. So I have to do it this way a little bit because that's the only way I'm gonna get each stitch, be able to see each stitch, which is not what I'm used to. This is a different way of holding a project than I'm used to. Not that it's bad. Learning new things is good. It's just a matter of getting used to it. I actually really like this parrot design now that I'm seeing it come together, and I'm thinking how I might do it for my friend who wants the flag. It looks kind of cool. And that means that we have 10 more minutes to, well, less than 10 minutes together. But that's a-okay, because I think we can see pretty much how this is going to turn out. I am going to have to do the wings not on the program, on the stream, but what I'll do is I will post pictures of it on Instagram. If you are friends with me on Facebook, you'll see it on Facebook, and I'll put it on the Weird Creations page as well. So let's see here. First, as I reach over, so in the chat I have posted the link for this pattern, which is withlovefeely.com, and this is the free pattern parrot. It's really easy to follow. You just have to actually pay attention to what the pattern says and not make assumptions. So don't be like me. Don't make assumptions. Otherwise you have to go back 2 rows and fix it because you get confused. But now we know there is a method to the madness, because so this is a little bit off, the tail is a little bit off center, and that's because you're going to have the feet up front here and the tail is supposed to hang behind. Very cute. I like this a lot, and I feel like if you put like a little, attach it on a little clip, you could hang it from things decoratively. Hang on. Oops, we are actually on row 21 and I didn't change it. Shame on me. That's fine. If you like what I'm doing and you would like to request something from myself or from my cohort Val, Val does crochet, but she also does she does knitting, she does embroidery, so she has a wider skill set than I do. You can visit us either on our Fiber Mentors for Hire page, which is up at the top, or you can visit us at facebook.com /Weird Creations NH, which I will put in the chat right now. And all of these links will be in the show notes as well. All of the music that you've heard today during this podcast is from Kevin MacLeod at incompetech.com. He shares all of his music royalty free, and so go support him if you are able. Because it's awesome, and I like it a lot. I also like that you can search his music based on feel. That's one of the coolest things I've ever heard of. So depending on what kind of feel you're going for your podcast or for your audio project, you can search for that feel and find something and have a better time narrowing down what you're looking for. Let's see here. If you are watching me live on Twitch, up in this corner is the follow link, so you can go ahead and follow me. If you are on YouTube watching this, down below, that way, there's a link to subscribe. Please go ahead and subscribe. If you want a little bell for whenever the new a notification whenever the new videos are up, hit the bell. You can see all of the crochet stuff that I've been doing at Instagram at crochet_cosplay is me. I do audio stuff too. I edit audiobooks. I'm getting back into narration. You can find all of my audio stuff at resonantmoon.com, same as my channel name. And yeah. So I think this is where we're gonna log off right before we get to the to finishing off the tail, but I promise you I will post pictures, and I'll show pictures on Wednesday, which is the next time that I will be going live. I'll be going live on this channel. So if you stay tuned, I'm going to switch over to hosting. Yeah, it's a branding thing. I have a lot of brands, and unfortunately they haven't all meshed together yet. But so anyway, hang out for a little while, and we'll have Penny for a Tale hosted here. They're doing an alien role-playing game, and I love those kinds of things. So anyway, thanks guys for being here, and we'll see you next time.